Всем привет, народ, с вами Херон, и сегодня мы продолжаем проходить Genshin Impact. В общем-то, далеко же я, так сказать, не зашел, вообще никуда не пошел. Без вас я вообще никуда. В общем-то, у нас сопротивление, у нас атака коками. И, кстати, я сходил на подношение, как там, подношение 3 миров, это событие называется. Честно, вообще не понравилось. Просто вот, ни в какую. Ну, короче, я решил его даже и не чистить. Учитывая, что следующие призывы это Коками и Райден, они мне, в принципе, для текущего отряда не нужны. Да и я все равно, как говорится, особо ничего не выфармил по круткам, поэтому я думаю, я их пропущу. Я буду копить. Потому что потом, вроде как говорят, будет Кадзуха. Вот да. Вот то я, может быть, попробую.
Here we are, the training grounds for Watatsumi Island's troops. Right now, the resistance is predominantly made up of local soldiers from Watatsumi Island. Some of them are fighting with the Shogun's army in Tatarasuna, and some of them are stationed here on the island to keep the locals safe.
Did you used to train here too?
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to join the fight in Tatarasuna before I'd had the chance to impress the instructors, so they had me start off by helping in the logistics division. I'll be staying here for now. If you need me for anything, just come here. If I'm not around, just write a note and stick it on the wall. As soon as I see it, I'll come find you. Shoot! It's nearly time for the appointment with Her Excellency. I'll have to show you around Watatsumi Island some other time. For now, let's get ourselves over to Sangonomiya.
Sangonomiya?
So, Sangonomiya...
Как много ТПшек. Кстати, ребят, а кто знает, как в мире ресурсы ресурсы? То бишь, мне нужны для Итера астры.
Food supplies are the absolute top priority, period. We cannot afford any losses. With the conflict between us and the Shogun's army getting more intense by the day, we must prioritize the stability of the rear guard.
Understood. I will think of a way.
Take heart. We have a fresh batch of supplies in hand, and I'm working on expanding the army. I appreciate that the lack of manpower has been hard on all of you, but things are going to get better.
We're expanding the army? Oh, that's great. Whoever this mystery supporter is, they're doing us a great service. Huh? Teppei, what are you doing back on Watatsumi Island? Might I ask who?
VIP guests of Her Excellency, that's who. I'm acting under orders to escort them both here.
Oh, really? Wait, so are you the new recruit everyone's been talking about? Strength of 20 men, splits an arrow in twain from 100 paces, skin as hard as diamond. That's you?
Seriously? What is going on with these rumors?
You've come a long way. I'm sure you must be here on pressing business, so I won't disturb you any further. Feel free to visit me if you have any time to spare. Your Excellency, I'll take my leave.
Your Excellency, I couldn't help but overhear Okubo mention something about a third-party supporter? What was that about?
Not long ago, someone wrote to me saying that they wish to support the Watatsumi Island resistance effort. To that end, they also furnished us with a great deal of supplies. Thanks to them, we can finally start recruiting troops on the scale we need to openly confront the Shogun's army on the front line. I am not without my doubts about the whole affair. But Watatsumi Island is hardly affluent, and these supplies are a much-needed lifeline for us. The sender's conditions were also reasonable. They simply ask us to dedicate ourselves fully to fighting against the Shogun's army. Whatever other motives they may have, we are at least aligned on this. So let's consider them an anonymous ally. Naturally, we shouldn't let our guard down. If you discover anything out of the ordinary, please report it to me at once.
Your Excellency, does this mean that the food at the front line is gonna get any better? I was at the field hospital the other day, and everyone was begging for some barbecued meat.
Don't worry. I've already made arrangements for that. Everyone will have their fill of meat. But to be clear, still no alcohol.
That's fantastic.
I understand how hard it's been on everyone. The Resistance Army's rations have barely changed at all since the Vision Hunt decree was first announced. I will discuss this with the Logistics Division to see what further improvements can be made. However, our supplies are still limited. I must ask you to remain patient until victory is ours.
When will the Vision Hunt decree finally end?
That's the question. And I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The mere existence of the Vision Hunt decree is baffling. The Tenryou Commission's attitude just doesn't seem to add up, and neither does the Shogun's. The Tenryou Commission's zealous support for the decree seemed to come out of nowhere, and the Shogun seems completely indifferent to the fact that it has effectively caused a civil war. I suspect the Vision Hunt decree won't end until these mysteries are solved. All I can say for certain is that as long as the Vision Hunt decree remains in force, we will never give up our fight. Traveler, to confirm, knowing the current situation facing Watatsumi Island and the Resistance, are you still willing to fight with us? Good. Then here is your assignment. I hereby appoint you as Captain of the Watatsumi Island Special Operations Unit, Swordfish 2.
Whoa, what? Swordfish 2? Is this the same Swordfish Special Ops unit that I'm thinking of? It's hard enough getting into a Special Ops unit at the bottom rung, let alone jumping to Captain in one fell swoop. This is
И ты прям
incredible.
загорелся, блядь.
Although this appointment breaks with convention, I firmly believe that with your wisdom, courage, and strength, you can lead your team to victory.
Great! So when do we take up our post?
The members
Сейчас.
of Swordfish 2 are currently on standby in a valley to the southwest. Ronin have been causing trouble down there lately, and we need a special operations unit to eliminate them and stabilize the rear guard. I have already written your appointment letter, which you'll need to show them on arrival. Once that's out of the way, please lead them in ridding the area of Ronin. The Special Ops unit comprises Watatsumi Island's elite soldiers. They can be a little rough around the edges, but I have every confidence that you will win their trust.
What about me, Your Excellency? Any battles you need me
Сиди
to
в
get
тылу,
involved in?
блядь, и не выходи.
I want to make a contribution to the Resistance too.
Of course. I'll arrange something and brief you shortly.
All right! One successful operation coming right up! You may have swiped the captaincy of Swordfish 2, but watch this space, because this guy's on his way up!
Okay, sure. Well, be careful out there. Don't push yourself too hard. Well, Traveler, let's move out.
Куда я денусь? Куда мне? Отправляйтесь туда, где это рыба-меч. Я ж не договорил. Короче, как ресуются ресы в мире? У меня в чем проблема? Мне нужно на возвышение 45 астр. У меня была 20-очка. Я собрал около 11. Потом нашел рандомно еще 4. Потом докупил за 5000 моры еще 5 штучек. Уже прошло, сука, 2 ебаных реальных дня, сука, 48 часов, блядь. Я прихожу на те места спауна, там, где они только спаунятся, потому что других, по сути, нету. Даже в Википедии, блядь, не сказано, где они еще появляются. И их там нету. Их просто нету, блядь, ни в какую. Нету и все. Где мне взять эти астры, в душе не чаю. В итоге я 2 дня не могу пропать. Чё это? Не хочу. Типа, если с грибами такая же херня, но грибы почему-то появляются, ну, хотя бы раньше. Здрасте. У меня всего 2 подопечных.
You must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Her Excellency briefed us in advance. Your reputation precedes you, and the appointment letter is all in order. But I still have my
Хочешь, я тебя могу отпиздить?
About what?
I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes to lead us.
You mean, like, a duel?
Дуэль. Да?
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. But this time, we've got a better way. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get rid of them for us, we'll take that as a measure of your strength.
All right, let's show them what you're made of.
Я бы вас уделал. Мне как раз нужны гарды на будущее тоже. Пацаны, извиняйте, но вам хана.
Shadows of fate emerge right
Раз,
now.
два, три.
A sight to
Ульта.
behold. Right here. Emerge right here.
А, не хватило.
Let me scry.
Don't get too close. Barry. Finally, No.
Okay,
довольно?
seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course, but still, your abilities are admirable. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku, acting captain of Swordfish 2. This is Yoshihisa, a fellow veteran of the team. I now formally cede the position of captain to you. Swordfish 2 awaits your orders.
There are 2 hard-hit areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure. Their only remaining stronghold is located at the shallows on the east side of the island.
А вы мне
That
помогать
said,
хоть будете,
the
нет?
ones over
Так
there
только
are
смотреть.
tougher, and there's more of them.
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's army on the front line. We can't let these guys mess up things at the rear.
Чё за... Часики. Такс. Такс. Я так понимаю, с квестовых лут не падает. Уже с тех нихуя не выпало. Обидно, но убивать и все равно придется.
There's so many of them.
Да пофиг,
That's not
пойдем.
even all of them. They have 2 more camps nearby. Whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other 2 camps that'll cause us issues. They might decide to provide backup or abandon them and escape on their own. But Captain, that would put you in great danger. If we spread our troops too thin, we won't have enough men to guard you. It's too risky.
Yep, the Traveler eats amateurs like these for breakfast.
Так, погоди, я не людоед, блядь.
All right then. We'll deal with them all in one go and rendezvous with you on completion.
Я буду сейчас угорать, если вы, как говорится, первое задание минус весь отряд.
Check this out. Let's get down to business.
Shadows of fate emerge right here.
How's this? Finally,
А, еще есть, блядь.
Fire it up. Here's backup.
Fate is upon you. Emerge right here, right now.
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Да не, всего лишь горю.
Cool. Paimon wonders how everything is going with Kotoku and Yoshihisa. Should we go over and check on them?
Captain!
Captain, the other 2 camps have been cleared. The entire rearguard of Watatsumi Island is now secure.
Great! We solved the Ronin problem and got everyone to look after us, too. But what's next? Let's go back and check with Kokumi.
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but Kotoku wouldn't let us at them until now.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here. I was putting the safety of the team first. Got it?
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude! These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
Эх, обратно тпхаться. Сука, в последних заданиях так много тпшек надо делать. Я не могу. Ну сделать его, блять, один квест, одна тпшка, ну всего. И награду побольше. По 2 косаря при могиле за каждое задание. О.
How was it? Did your initiation go smoothly? Yes, that's standard for the team. But with your level of ability, I'm sure it was a walk in the park. Since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island?
You bet! We sure showed them who's boss!
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their resurgence. Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so you will be compensated for your hard work. Let me see. Too soon for another promotion, I think. I could increase your pay. I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise attack against the Shogun's navy. He expressed a desire to be on the front line, so I honored his wishes. Now, speaking of assignments, I have a special mission I'd like to give you.
A special mission?
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies. Recently, however, supplies stored there have started to go missing for no obvious reason. Stranger still, the Resistance army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. I'd like to task you with getting to the bottom of this. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take a few days to familiarize yourselves with the army, and also with Watatsumi Island. When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him, then pick a day when the weather's good to set sail for the islands.
Is Teppei really gonna be okay? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him. Oh!
Чё там, давай. Черный экран, уходи.
Long time no see. So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone? Well, you're in luck, because this seasoned veteran's got a few leadership tips for you. Raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile. It's also important to maintain strict discipline at all times, and finally... wait. What was it? What was it?
Wow! Where'd you learn all that, Teppei?
I read it in a novel from the Eye Publishing House. It was a long time ago. You wouldn't believe how many dongo it took to convince my friend to let me borrow it.
You're seriously gonna use a novel to tell people how to run an army? Pretty sure that's called being an
Диванные
armchair
лайки.
general.
Ha ha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right. I'm learning military management on the job now. Just you'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, I have officially been made the captain of my very own Special Operations Unit.
Брать бы в
It's a
третий.
brand new unit. Herring 1.
Селедка?
What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production. Let's go collect them together once they're ready. Oh, I can't wait to put them on. We're really gonna look the part. Ah, everything's going great. Our mystery sponsor supplies have really helped turn things around.
Will Paimon get a uniform too?
Of
Обойдёшься.
course, you're a recognized member of the Watatsumi Island Resistance.
Yippee!
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. I'll be there on the double. All right, I'd better go. See you again soon. You'd better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going, I'll overtake you if you're not careful.
Ну-ну.
In your dreams, mister!
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top of my game right now. This is my time to shine.
Paimon's so surprised that Tepe's been made a platoon captain. He must have been working super hard. Let's take a break, then go check out these Archon War ruins.
О, нашибись. А чё так далеко, Так, ну тут куча анимакулов, непонятно. Стальный космос. Кто? Не, бля, иди на. Некогда мне с тобой играться. Напрямую не пойдешь. Ясно. Водные грибы. Надо их пособирать. Мне их надо тоже 45 штук. С двух сторон, нечестно. По одной стороне да по этой. Да покучнее, пожалуйста. Нет. Я тебя. Так, ну водоросли по сути не особо надо. Что это? Великолепная установка. На все из двоих. Ага. Угу. Понятно. Понятно, но нет, сейчас не пригодится. Больно? Не надо. Пыли.
This should be the place. But Sanganumio is right. It doesn't look like anything suspicious is
Так,
going
минутка
on.
не времени, кстати.
Could they be hiding? Let's
Выглядит
see what we
вполне
can find.
вечной.
These electro monuments look
Или
a
нет.
little suspicious.
Dread the sound of
Работает?
thunder. To me, it sounds fondly familiar.
Нет. Ага. Монументы какие-то странные, блядь. Кроме того, что они тухнут сами по себе сразу, я ничего странного не нашел. Так, это мое. Может, вот это не пригодится. Ну, давай, зажги эту хуйню. Оно как бы временно не выглядит, ну все.
A huge launcher! Was it drawn out by the electro energy?
Твою мать. Какой ты огромный.
Right here, right now.
Я уже с такой ебалой сражался.
Disappear!
Говорю сразу, мне не понравилось.
Don't get too close!
Ой,
Let me scribe.
тихо, блядь.
Decided by destiny. Right here, right now, right. Is that nothing lasts forever? Emerge. Right here, right now.
What the fuck is this?
Stop it! Fire it up!
Shadows of. Emerge.
Мне вот
Right
реально
now.
интересно, что это за
Emerge.
фигня? И чё она никак не бьется? И чё мне так больно, блин?
Fate is upon you. Right now. Emerge.
Check this out!
Glad that's over. As monsters go, that one was pretty tough. But what's such a huge Thunderhelm Lodge Earl doing here in the first place? It doesn't make any sense. Also, the atmosphere here gives Paimon the creeps. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going. Huh? Tepe, what are you doing here?
Wow, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were the ones investigating here. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and clear any threats in this area on the way back.
Are you alright there, buddy? You're looking slightly the
Мне
worse for
кажется,
wear.
его там хорошенько
I'm
помяли.
fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was out at sea. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so I thought I'd come and take a look. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. Guess I came here for nothing.
Tepe, don't you think there's something strange about this place?
Самую малость, вот
Now
хотя
that you
бы чуточку.
mention it, there is something a little off about it. It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi? Who's that?
A god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
Где? А, вон то.
It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks terrifying!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash? Wow, that's pretty incredible!
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree. When Orobashi attacked civilization, Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt Decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop the Shogun. All right, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather, and it's on to my next assignment. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Being around the Tatarigami too long won't do your health any good. Hey, don't worry about me.
Да.
Peak condition.
Сразу, блядь, сука, чуть ли не помирает, блядь, кашляет. Ну я в порядке, я в отличной форме. Еще опять шоу сделаю, помру, блядь.
He sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Paimon can hardly believe it. Let's report back to Kokomi.
Чё бы и нет. Блять, не та кнопка. Ну как хорошо, что она всегда в одном месте, блядь. Рядом с телепортом. Ну ты б заманался выбегать. О, гору. Пёся.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened? They look so serious.
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro, what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
Симптомы
I called
ускоренного
them in for
старения.
questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt Decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Oh, most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
Угу.
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. I just hope we'll be in time to save them.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms... No! Surely he can't have... let's go check on him.
Ясно, понятно. Фатуи здесь. Фатуи там. Фатуи, блядь, сука, везде. Они мне надоели, эти фатуи, сколько можно? Пустите меня к Снежной, я, блядь, с ней поговорю. Ну, типа, камон, блядь. Хироюки. А, уже не туда. Понял. Принял. Аптекарь. Отдаю ТП должен, а он, блядь, пошел к аптекарю. Серьезно, не здесь. Чё, уже сдох?
Oh.
О, он уже старый.
What are you doing here? Just a moment. Let me get up. It's weird. I don't know where all my strength's gone.
Так вот, сука, как называется, вся жизнь перед глазами.
I haven't had time to give you the full details. Well, I made a lot of great contributions to the war effort lately. Fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from an ambush. Things I never would have dreamed I could do when you first met me. If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance. Wait a sec. Where's my secret weapon gone? It wasn't long after you were made captain of Swordfish 2. I met these mysterious people. Said they were with our supporters. They gave it to me and said that as long as I have the will to become stronger, his secret weapon will answer my call. It's just like a vision, isn't it? Of course, I've never used a vision, so I wouldn't know the difference. Delusion. Oh God. Doesn't sound very good. So, what's the difference between a delusion and a vision? Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that a mysterious weapon of unknown origins would come with its risks. I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and
Потому что ты старый, блядь. Тебе уже не 25, тебе уже, сука, за 30-ку.
First, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. Didn't think anything of it. But today, I got back and suddenly my vision was going blurry. This is a real shame. There I was, thinking I was catching up with you. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, would you do something for me?
Майоко
When our
выкопать.
uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here, and we can change together. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain. Right as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've rested up.
Tepe.
Пизда кому. О, а что это вы тут делаете?
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to seize. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, it could well undo everything we have achieved so far. What are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made.
Вообще
But it's
пофиг.
sure to be heavily guarded. It's dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. Let me think. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw materials. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the
Опять там.
southwest of Yashiori Island. I'm not going to stop you, but please, be careful. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
О, мировое задание. У кого? Я его возьму, но делать не буду. А то я понял, что я потом их все равно супер сильно найду. Нет. Понятно. 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 Давай быстрее, сука, бабуль, ну ёб твою мать, ну время идет, ну ёлки-палки, мне уже не интересна твоя доп. История, блядь. Я хотел просто взять задание и пойти гулять. Идем отсюда. Ну, конечно, блядь. То есть вот эта хуйня. А вообще это что? Это ветер? Чего, да? А нет, это лед. Между нами тает лед. Ладно, не будем. Пойдем. Меня просто поражает, как, сука, вроде бы доп-квест, вроде бы, ну, сука, ну, блять, одна фраза и все, и пойдем. Ебать, что задание? Не, давай так. Так, и по кругу обходить придется. Врагов целая куча, конечно. Отстань. Я не буду свобиться. Не думай, блин. Ты мне все равно не ровный. Кстати. А, блядь, нету тут этой штуки. Ну и ладно. Ну, полетели. Надеюсь, долечу. Да. Прям ровно хватило. Прям прекрасно. Когда перед ебалом опасно. Я хочу взять... О, то, что надо! Я вижу то, что мне надо. Так. Минуточка отвлечения. У меня есть один ключ. А заходить в интернет, чтобы посмотреть на карту, блять, усыпальниц, мне не было времени. И желания тоже. То, что я ее нашел буквально на рандоме, блять, мне уже нравится. Сезам, откройся, блять. То, что надо. Прям чудесно и прекрасно. Теперь можно идти выполнять задание. Место производства госпорчи. Один вопрос. Это не это, блять, это? Ну. Квадратик подземелья, нет? А можно как-нибудь, не знаю, подсказку? Ведь реально может это. Хочу посмотреть. Как говорится, что я теряю, кроме времени? Или мне нужно как-то через это зажечь, открыть? Нет, оно так бы не было. Человек, молния. Как там говорилось? Возле дороги, чтобы было удобно. Отнюдь возле дороги, тут ни хрена нет. Блять, она уходит вообще в бок. Она вообще кончается. Погонь. А хули не во тьме-то? Случайно номер. Итак, мне не хватает только Крио. А почему мне не хватает Крио? Для чего? Анемо, Гео, Электро, Зеркальная Дева — это вода вроде бы. Гидро. Блядь. Хренс. Я думаю, я и так пройду. Как-никак мне 2,7, если не 3. Нет, 3. Еще б я и прокачу. Ну, здрасте. Вы, блядь. Чё за... Бля.
Let me scribe. Right here. I'm always watching. Emerge. Right here. Right now.
Тварь, не трогай мою лесу.
Shadows of fate, written in the stars. Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Чё за она?
Don't get too close.
Let me scribe.
Давай, блядь, вылазь из своей коробки, блядь.
Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Windblade.
Блядь, что ж ты такой, сука, крепкий? Щепан.
Delved into destiny.
Да, а это, блядь, как не дамажило, так и не дамажит.
Fate is upon you.
Так, погоди. А что тут две кнопки? Громовой нефрит. Зачем? Для тебя? Да. Еще два.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now where have we seen that before? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are...
Leave my space.
Давай,
Delved into
блядь.
destiny. Right here. Emerge.
Умри, блядь, сука, оба сдохните.
Written in the stars. Let me scribe. Right now. Emerge. Right here.
О, сундук. Ситуация не значим. Ну, выгоднее для нас, чтобы здесь для нас порчи сильнее остаться. Ага. Ага, если бы всех товарищей оказывается человеческая среди офицеров флота второго класса на танк. Подавление всех смогли на быструю победу. Случай непредвиденных всех приметив офицеров второго класса на танк бежать и также замучать тех, кто знает о проникновении флотой в их ряды. Понятно. Кому-то жопа, отвечаю. Кому-то, сука, жить, блядь, не захочется. Выглядит опасно, я уже прошел, тоже не ссыт. Нифига тут лифты. Пауть. Куда? Лезь обратно. Еще не. Сезам, откройся. Бля, и так я знал, что ты бегаешь здесь.
Emerge. Right now. Fate is upon you.
Блять, нихуя непонятно. Что происходит в этой жизни? Полетели, блять. А, главное, что он тут вроде не видно. Где он?
Delved into death. Right here. Right now. Emerge.
Давай, блядь. Шо ты на себя нацепил, хули я тебя пробить не могу. Вот и начали там. Напряжка, блядь.
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Давай, блядь, минусуйся ты уже. Куда, блядь?
Winter shall eventually.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
О, Скарамучча.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Я-то думаю, какого хуя сегодня было именно про него инфа в ежедневках. То бишь я сегодня с утра выполнял ежедневки, да? И там турок, который в монастыре сидит, ну там его задание, там принеси то-то сё-то, я тебе инфу дам. Короче, я мог спросить про предвестников Фатуи, но по сути там был только этот выбор и все. И он мне рассказал именно про Скарамуччу. Я что-то не удивленный.
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today. To what do I owe the honor? Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time, but each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause, just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You
Hey, calm down!
Да, сеньора, блядь, сука, не могли нормально, блядь, побиться. О, ясно, блядь. Я-то думаю, что это тут все фиолетовое.
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Только я подумал. Нихуя. Я точно видел в лесу. Зуб даю, блядь. Не, ну только я подумал, что это сейчас, сука, расхуячит хоть кого-нибудь в этой жизни, блядь. И в итоге что? В итоге нихуя.
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Ну, здрасте.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other shrine maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Айман, уйди.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramuccia off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his
Да.
knees,
Всё, я верю,
begging
блядь.
for mercy in an
Сука,
instant?
100% правда.
Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
Это же какие?
I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Sungonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean
Не,
her.
ни разу.
You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
Можно мне ее меч?
Oh, that place that she carved open with her sword.
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon.
Божество, которое, блядь, сука, просит у других денег.
Like the Raiden
Где-то я
Shogun's
тоже
approach
видел.
solves the problem Zhongli was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it.
Но хочешь спасти ее, я как бы не против.
The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden
Но где
Shogun's
мне ее
will.
победить, блин, там?
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so
Ты мне льстишь.
unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks
Могу
like in
рассказать.
there.
Мне не сложно.
Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program.
Мне?
Just for you. Come along.
Эфемерная надежда. Где ты есть? Нихуя ты быстро. Отнюдь. А чё мне точка не показывается? С высоты птичьего полета я буду срать как пилота. И где она там? Что-то я его нихуя не вижу. Вон то? Кажется, я вижу. Плохо, но вижу. Что ж, идем на посадку. Раз, два, три. Полетели. Морской... Ты, блядь, воздушный десант, ёб твою мать. Где сама лиса? Лиса. Ты где? Ника.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate.
Ухудшились?
Unless, of course,
То что
her
еще и
skills have
ухудшенная
declined.
версия, да?
It'll give you a
Которая
chance to
меня
figure out her
отпиздила.
moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy. That should be a big help, don't you think? The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
Понятно. О, минутку. Чисто вот хочу. Как вызвать сетка? Сейчас, погодь. Нечестно. Раньше можно было. Активировать последнее испытание, либо начать испытание. Давай просто начну испытание. Уклонитесь от финального удара. А шо, сука, за скорость, блядь? Да ладно. А! Да, блядь, нечестно нихуя. Блядь, все равно попало. То бишь, судя по тактике, мне надо, блядь, стоять на пиздец в каком расстоянии. Неебическом. Чё за нах? Чё за нах? А я не могу это разбить просто. Блять.
What's...
Блять, я не это хотел. Давай, блять. Ну в смысле оно задело? Я не понимаю, блин. Угу. А, блядь. Ладно, тут точно попали. И тут точно попали. Ну в смысле, ну сейчас же не попало, блин. Ну надо шататься. Ясно, стамина кончилась. Какая ирония судьбы, блядь, я практикую это анатомию. Тот, из-за которой я, блядь, сука, и встретился, блядь. Блядь, как мне это разбить, блядь? Есть. Путь фамильяра. Нихуя себе.
What a workout! So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's familiar.
What? Like Dvalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking
Превратись
at
в лесу,
you.
я поверю.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded
Давай.
if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say?
Жестоко.
A nation
Конечно,
to
настроение
last for
упало.
all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of Euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever
ты
it
выбрала
takes to bring
второе.
her back on track.
Ну зачем так,
regardless
сука,
of
было
the cost.
жестоко-то, а?
I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of Euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare
Холодно.
the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for anti-Raiden Shogun training phase 2.
There's a part 2?
Давай так, я прохожу эту хуйню, но ты показываешь форму кицуны, ничего не знаю. Все. Что? То бишь мне надо не померев. Да, мне надо не померев это все сука сделать. Я забыл, что он взрывается. Вы чё, блядь, серьезно?
Fate is upon you. Delve into destiny.
Check this out.
А как успеть реагировать на эту хуйню-то? Ёб твою мать!
Right now.
Here's backup.
A sight to behold.
Windblade.
Так, вы-то ладно, блядь.
Fire it up.
Как бы это было не тяжело. Если бы там было свой, блядь, не попадаться под удар, я бы уже проиграл.
Done. How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
Нет.
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? All of this was a complete waste of time?
Жестокая.
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful. Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of a sudden, you're entertaining guests? Hyman's really struggling to understand how you work.
Понятненько. Ладно, ребятки, на этом все. Всем спасибо за просмотр. В следующей серии я иду обратно к лисе. Здесь ее поймаю. Ну что ж, на этом все. Всем спасибо. Всем пока.